After one of the most dominant senior seasons we've ever seen from a running back in high school, we head into our high school playoffs in order to try to bring Centerville a state championship. The first game we played against Bridgetown in our high school playoffs, and this game was pretty slow starting off, and Bridgetown went up to an early lead, up 7-0 against us, where Merca threw another interception, which ended up leading Bridgetown to be up 14-0 on us. We've not trailed much in our senior season, so this is something that is new to us, but we fully intend on bouncing back and coming back and winning this game to advance to the next round of the playoffs. These are the kind of games that get you big offers from big schools because they want to see how you handle adversity. We fully intend on coming back to this game as we take this ball all the way to the 1, throw a kid into the end zone, and then end up getting our first touchdown of the day. Once we get the ball back, we do one of our favorite plays in the Wildcat and end up taking it to the house to tie the game up 14-14 with Bridgetown. Bridgetown scored another touchdown, making it 21-14, and we have an absolute dot right here by Merca, which ended up getting into the end zone on 4 verticals for a 62-yard touchdown. So, as much as I like to hate on Merca, that was a great throw and catch. On 1st and 10 here, we're doing our Wildcat, which is still one of my favorites. We keep it, and we run into our blocker, and it only gets us a gain of about 18. A 2nd and goal here, and you already know we are going to pound that into the end zone, making it 28-21. Bridgetown is trailing now. In this game, we pretty much are just going to run out the clock, have a nice spin move right there. A 2nd and 9 here, and we are going to try to rush as much as we can to try to gain some yards and put us in the best position to win. This is probably the worst play of our season. We got tackled in the backfield and lost 5 yards. After the 5-yard loss, it's 3rd and goal, and we only get about 2 yards, which makes it a 4th and goal. We kick the field goal. We are up 10 against Bridgetown, and we make that guy miss and look silly doing it. And we are going to be able to run out the clock the rest of the game. On a 1st and 10, we take this one pretty deep into the red zone and get it about to the 8-yard line. On this 2nd and goal, we bump into our lineman before diving into the end zone to give us a comfortable lead and lead by 17. And at this point, we just decide to go down and run out the clock. We win our first playoff game against Bridgetown and lets us advance to the 2nd round onto a great performance from us. Iowa has now offered us a halfback, and Auburn, Boise State, and BYU have offered us, and we decided to pick Auburn out of those 3 schools. In the 2nd round of the playoffs, we were playing against Dayton High School, which I honestly didn't even know was a high school. And we have a nice spin there and a 10-yard rush in our first rush of the game. Our cuts have really improved over the year as we've become more elusive as we keep going into our senior season. On this 1st and 10, we do a stretch to the outside, and we honestly were slower than I thought in this game. Probably just the wear and tear of our first playoff game and another QB keeper that we take into the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown. 1st and 10 here, up 7 on Dayton. We have another QB keeper, which we make everybody miss. This could have been our somewhat Heisman moment for high school, but we ended up only getting about 12 to 15 there. 1st and 10 in the red zone here, and we are going to run it. We get bumped a little bit, bring it down with an 8-yard rush. And on the next carry, as a shocker to no one, we follow the blockers, end up in the end zone. We already have 2 touchdowns on the day. We go into the 2nd half, and we are up 20-0. This looks like we are running away with this one against Dayton. I would really like to get better in the passing game. I think that's going to be a crucial part of being a college running back, but right now with Merca, I don't really think that's happening. Another QB keeper, again, my favorite play in the playbook. We almost spin out the cornerback, but we only gain about 14 yards. On a bit of an outside zone play, this 1st and 10, we cut it inside with a beautiful cut, and we take it all the way to the end zone. That is going to be 4 touchdowns, I believe, on us. Dayton ends up adding 2 touchdowns towards the end of the 4th, but we end up adding 1 more touchdown on the day, giving us 5. We end up beating Dayton 34-14 off a really great performance by us. The coaching was really good. We had a lot of plays that really worked the way we needed to. We had a great game plan going into it, and that's what we need to carry for the rest of the playoffs in order to be state champs. After our game against Dayton, we end up getting an offer from Auburn, and we have more interest from Boise State, BYU, and Clemson. Out of these 3 options, the one that makes the most sense to me is Clemson. For the Ohio State semifinals, we play East Cleveland High School, and we start off with I'm pretty sure, a defensive turnover for a touchdown because I had not seen the field and we already have a 7-0 lead, and we add to it right here, making it 14-0 very early into the 1st. The best play in our playbook, the QB keeper, but we actually only gained about 4 yards, which might be the lowest we've gained on that play all season long, which is kind of interesting. We have a man in motion on this 1st and 10, and we are going to bounce this to the outside. And something rare happens. We actually get tackled from behind. Not something we've seen very often, being 7 foot, 300 pounds, and being pretty fast. No one's been able to keep up with us. On this short 2nd and 2, we end up picking about 6 to 7 yards. I can't rave enough about the blockers from Centerville High School. They should all go D1. And 90% of the reason we've had such success this season is how well of blocking we've had throughout the playoffs and the regular season. On this 2nd and goal, we're going to run a toss play, and we get tackled for another 5-yard loss. It's always when we're in the red zone we have these really bad losses. On 3rd and goal, Merker throws me a screen, and we give him a gift of a passing touchdown and take it in for a 9-yard TD reception. We are up 21-0 on East Cleveland. Kind of feel bad at this point. After Merker gets sacked for 17 yards, it's a 3rd and 17. There's another screen to me. I'm able to break a tackle, and it looks like I might pick it up, but we do end up being about 3 yards short. Coach decides to be super aggressive, and on a 4th and 3, we end up going for it, truck a few kids, and pick up 8 yards. The best play in high school football, the QB keeper with a 7-footer, and man, we just pick up about 12 yards every time we do that play. A 3rd and 6 here, and we actually get hit with probably the hardest hit we've seen all senior season. We get absolutely laid out, only a 5-yard gain. 1st and goal here, bouncing it outside, and to no shock, we take it in for another touchdown. And we had an absolutely stellar game, 24 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, and we add a receiving touchdown onto that. We just absolutely had East Cleveland High School's number. We end up winning the game 35-0. We pitch a shutout. This defense has not only been insane for us, they have been locked down. We've been able to run the ball, take the clock, and they are not allowing any points. They're not making us run away from our identity of being a running team. After our dominant performance, Wisconsin, West Virginia, and Washington are all interested in me. Just realized 3 schools start with a W. It's kind of interesting. And at this point, we know that one of my favorite songs is Country Roads, Take Me Home by John Denver, so we picked West Virginia. And now in our final game of our senior season, we play Urbana High School in the Ohio State High School State Championship, and we are in the shoe. This is going to be an incredible game. Ohio State is already interested in me. A lot of schools are already here to watch me play, as well as my family and friends and everybody from Centerville to see us hopefully win a state championship. This game against Urbana started off slow, a slugfest, if you will. A little back and forth on this 2nd and goal. We do get tackled into the end zone, getting our first touchdown of the day. But after that, the rest of the 2nd quarter was pretty slow. Had some nice spin moves, some gains, but we ended up punting on a lot of drives. 3rd and 1 here, and we pick this one up with ease. Have a great spin move on a safety coming down, and we gain about 20 yards there. On a 1st and 10, Merker looks for me underneath. We have that little route, and we do pick up about 15 yards there. There's not a lot of time left in the first half. We are going to pass the ball a lot. Merker throws it to me, but we don't have the best communication. On a 3rd and 4, we don't pick it up there. But on 4th, we went for it and picked it up. On a 3rd and 2 here, Merker's going to have me again underneath, but throws it late as I'm already stopping. So it's a 4th and 2. On this 1st and goal, we're trying to run it in, and we actually get stopped by the safety. A great tackle from him. 2nd and goal on this play, and we cannot be denied. This cornerback gets absolutely bullied, and I feel bad giving us our 2nd touchdown of the day. 2 minutes remaining in the 4th. We are up by 9 against Urbana. It does look good for us. We just have to keep gaining these yards, and we are going to end up winning this game. So we just keep pounding the rock, slowly taking the time off the clock, as Urbana is kind of stopping us. They're holding us to lower rushes than I think we've averaged all season. On this 1st and 10 with 1:50 left, we do end up gaining some nice yardage, but the big key is Urbana does not have any timeouts. After this 1st down, it kind of seals the game for us. It's a 1st and 10 here. We cut it inside, and we were going to take it to the house, but we decided to be good sports and go down, and that's how we're going to end this game. We decided to be good sports. We just start diving down, and it ends up that Urbana does get a garbage time touchdown from that, but we get the onside kick, and we are going to be Ohio State High School football champions. After an incredible season from everybody involved, from the offensive line to Merker playing some good ball at times, and me having one of the most historic high school running back seasons of all time, we end up winning the Ohio State championship, and we could not be happier. But now is the real decision. Where are we going to commit to college? West Virginia offers me, Stanford, Texas A&M, and Georgia all offer me. And from here, we just go with the best school, which is probably Stanford. We have offers from Stanford, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Auburn, Iowa, Arkansas, West Virginia, Tennessee, Bowling Green, Ball State, and Ohio University. At this point, we don't know what to do. We want to stay close to home, but some of these offers are really enticing. We don't know what's going to be the best for our future and what's going to take us to the NFL. So we're going to let you decide. Comment what school you think I should go to, and whatever comment has the most likes is the school I will commit to.